Hey there. Today, I've got a story to share that's packed with emotion, surprising twists, and a situation that will make you stop and think. It's a story about boomers versus Gen Z, a father and son's intense confrontation, and a clash of values between different generations in today's world. What starts off as a simple family disagreement soon takes an unexpected turn, leaving everyone with lessons about love, acceptance, and understanding. Picture this. There's a father, let's call him Mr. Thompson. He's older, from a time when things were much simpler, when respect, stability, and family values were everything. He's always been proud of his son, Jake. Jake grew up in a stable home, worked hard in school, and landed a good job in tech. Mr. Thompson thought he had raised a good, strong son. But everything changed when Jake, at the age of 23, made a decision that shook the foundation of their family. Jake decided to join Onlyfans. Now, if you're familiar with Onlyfans, you know it's a platform where people can post exclusive content and earn money, often through subscriptions. While some use it for art or other creative ventures, it's also heavily associated with explicit content. For Mr. Thompson, it's the worst thing his son could possibly do. When he first heard about it, Mr. Thompson couldn't believe it. His son, the one he had raised with all his values and expectations, was now part of a platform he considered shameful and unacceptable. To him, it was a betrayal, a direct violation of everything he had taught Jake about self-respect and family honor. "Jake, what are you doing? Why would you choose this path?" Mr. Thompson asked, his voice full of disbelief. Jake tried to explain himself, tried to make his father understand that this was his choice, his way of living, and how he was making money to support himself. But Mr. Thompson couldn't accept it. To him, sharing explicit content online wasn't just about money, it was about losing your integrity, your dignity. In the heat of the moment, Mr. Thompson did something that shocked everyone. He disowned his son. He kicked Jake out of the house and refused to speak to him ever again. For Mr. Thompson, this was the only way to deal with the situation. He felt his family's reputation was at stake, and he couldn't allow this behavior to go unchallenged. Jake was devastated. Not only did he lose his home, but he also felt like he had lost his father's love, his father's approval. He kept reaching out, trying to explain, but every attempt was rejected. It felt like everything he had worked for, his independence, his future, his ability to express himself, was being torn away by the one person he had always looked up to. But just when you think the story is over, something unexpected happens. A twist that no one could have seen coming. After months of being cut off, Jake received a phone call from an unknown number. When he answered, he couldn't believe who it was. It was his grandfather, the one person in the family who had never judged Jake, the one person who still cared despite the tension. On the other end of the line, Jake heard something he didn't expect. "Jake, I was wrong. I was so wrong," his grandfather said, his voice trembling with emotion. "I understand now. I was so focused on what I thought was right that I forgot the most important thing. Love. We should love our family no matter what. I didn't see it before, but I do now." And that's when the shocking twist happened. Mr. Thompson, the man who had disowned his son, the man who had spent months in anger and disbelief, was finally ready to admit his mistake. "Jake, I've thought about it a lot. I don't understand everything, but I realize now that I should never have cut you off. I love you no matter what. That's what family is about. I'm sorry." Jake was in shock. He never thought he would hear those words from his father, not after everything that had happened. But in that moment, Mr. Thompson wasn't just apologizing for the past. He was embracing change, acknowledging that sometimes you have to adapt your values to the world around you. The world had shifted, and so had he. For Jake, it wasn't just about getting his father back in his life. It was about realizing that love can transcend generational gaps, even when values are different. He had always hoped for his father's approval, but in the end, what mattered most was the acceptance and understanding that came after the conflict. This story isn't just about boomers versus Gen Z. It's about how family values, love, and understanding can evolve, and how sometimes the most profound changes come from those we least expect. Sometimes it's not about being right. It's about forgiving, learning, and realizing that, at the end of the day, family is about unconditional love. The world is changing, and so are we. And when we embrace those changes together, we grow stronger. So, what do you think? Have you ever been in a situation where generational differences led to conflict? How did you handle it? Let me know in the comments. And if you've ever had to forgive or accept someone who was different from you, share that too. I'd love to hear your thoughts.